In a tournament for pixelings. This is just a low stakes tournament with a prize of $25 US. So this is the first game of the entire tournament, and I'm playing against Jack, or Red Hair. So off the start, getting a good hit onto Mike and Ike, which will be followed up by a crit and another hit by a troll. But he decides to swap out to stop the amount of damage, and that's another swap that was well done. Here I probably should have kept Lola in instead of swapping a Nana out, so I could try get Bill to poison Lola before swapping her out, because I was definitely going to swap her out there. Now Monkey's going to be targeting Pix, so all of his, I'd say, important pixelings have been chipped away at, so it's going to be a lot easier for the trolls to lock on. But here unfortunately I miss a heavy attack with Vlad, so now trolls will be locking onto Maya, which is not what I want. So swapping in Bill there was good. Unfortunately for him, the Maya was just slightly lower HP percentage, so they healed Maya. And here I kill Bill, and fortunately I get a cure off and an Nana heal on Vlad. So here getting the poison on the Nana is good, because out of all my pixelings she's the last one that's going to attack, so I can have more time to generate mana to get a cure off. And here I should have swapped in, that was just bad play. Yeah, he is quite unfortunate, so Vlad is going to die. I should have swapped into mid, but I expected him to go for Floss instead in the mid, so I didn't swap. So with this Nana, I would have rather have killed Pix, but killing Floss isn't too bad. And here I really wanted Pix to hit Floss, so that he'd have lower HP and I wouldn't be wasting as much HP for the Mike and Ike heavy. Here, unfortunately for me, the Lola's attacking the Maya, and there, killing Mike and Ike's probably best. And if Pix had done slightly more damage earlier, it would have been a big problem. But whoever I killed there, it didn't matter because I was just going to win anyway. So that's the first game done. So this is the second game. I'm going a Gusto team here, and Jack is going a NASA triple range team, which is really unfortunate considering that Gusto is shrouded, so he's going to have a really hard time dealing enough damage to kill Gusto. Normally this Gusto team would have Citri instead of Sophia, but because of the rules of the tournament you're only allowed to have one shrouded per team, so I added Sophia in to meet the one shroud requirement. At the moment, going triple ranged is probably best, saving the higher health pixelings for later before Gusto gets ramp up, and stunning Gusto there was quite good. Here I'm just waiting for the Falcon Heavy before swapping in Gusto, then draining Vlad and healing Gusto up. And so after the strengthen, the team is going to start destroying Jack. Getting Berserk there from Vlad before bubbling Gusto is really good. And here Gusto is just gonna one-tap Falcon. And blocking the stun with the bubble's really good. That's a bit of swap delay there, unfortunate, but it doesn't particularly matter. There's more chip damage to Nazza. So it probably would have been better to not drain Vlad and get the heavy onto him, but killing Nazza is still pretty good. Thankfully Gusto is Shroud, so that stops quite a lot of the damage. That crit there is pretty insane, and unfortunately because I was swapping Gusto with Floss, I couldn't swap Gusto out. Getting the heavy onto Sophia is good, and I get to drain Vlad as well. So having Vlad take the damage is good, because he was expecting to be able to get a full heal on Vlad, and then the Falcon just finishes it off. So for this game, if I win this, I will take the first round against Jack. For this, I'm going Gusto again, just because of how well I felt I went with Gusto in the last round. And he's going Stefano, and I was a bit nervous about that, because I haven't really versed Stefano much after he got buffed, but his team still has double range, so it should be alright considering Gusto is Shroud. And getting this hit onto Guppy is good. And swapping Falcon out for Sophia, just for Manta Catalyst, Bubble, and because I've hit Guppy for more chip damage. And getting the ramp up on Gusto, making it quite hard for Jack again, and just precautionary drain on the Vlad, and also to try get some spell stall to move down, but unfortunately it just was delayed, or I just used the spell too late. But swapping in Swordy here to take the damage from Guppy is really good, and then finishing Guppy off with that heavy. Unfortunately Gusto does get stunned from this, so I have to wait a whole turn before he can actually attack. And Vlad getting a hit on Gusto would have been really bad and might have killed him. I don't really care about draining Karma, it's not too big of a deal, Vlad getting some strengthen. That was a really good juke there. Floss just survived that crit to Scorch. Scorch got nerfed, so otherwise that would have killed it beforehand. And Gusto's just gonna one-shot Pewds there and draining Falcon. He still one-shots the Sophia because of his strengthen. But here it doesn't really matter who I hit, I've already won. and then I'm just gonna swap in Floss at the bottom because he would have expected me to push Gusto down by swapping Floss in at the top. And then there I would have probably preferred to hit Stefano, but I just stopped playing after this and I've already won, so it doesn't really matter. Thanks to Jack though for playing, and Tooth for being the mediator, and Dax for organising the whole tournament and offering his money.